guys, it's Lo from Nino and Lo. I'm just here to give you an update on all my seedlings. Now let's start off with the geraniums and the coleus plants that I had set seed a few weeks ago. Now this is the coleus at about 5 days. You can see they're pretty tiny there. And this was the geraniums. This was about week 1, about week after. And these are my cannas that I had set the seed after about 10 days. So this is my latest contraption. It is a container, as you can see here. It's a plastic container. There's no holes or anything. It's one of those containers that we got some baked croissants or buns or something from Costco. So I have, 28. I have 28 of these little cups from yogurt that I've been collecting. So I kind of cut the rims off of them to make them sit inside easier, and they all have holes in the bottom. See that? So I'm going to line these up in here. I'll eventually fill them up with some soil and then get to separating my little seedlings and putting them in here. So these are the geranium seedlings, about 2.5 weeks from the time of planting. And if you can see here, try to get this to focus, they're getting their second leaves here. Let me reposition here. They're getting their second leaves on. So I am going to plant them individually into the little containers that I have and let them go from there. So here are my cannas at 3 weeks, getting some nice bronze color on those leaves. You can really see that the leaves are starting now. And the geraniums at 3 weeks, some of them have a full set of second leaves on. So this is where we're at now. Now I feel that these coleus are still kind of too small to up pot. I was having a little trouble, so I just left them in there, give them more time. And these are the ones that I did. Now I tried separating them, but they were too difficult, so I just figured let me just put them in a bunch and let them put some more roots on. You can see some more here. These are little tomato seedlings that I decided to pot up here as well. There's some others there that I had started that are just kind of spindly. They're just coming up. And these are looking great. The cannas are getting nice and big. And these geraniums are really putting on more leaves, or even getting that color around on the leaves. Yeah, everything, I'm pleased, looking good. Now let's just go up to the next shelf. And these are the dahlias that I potted up, putting on some growth. And the peony. I did a video a few weeks back about planting spring bulbs late in the season. And this is what they're looking like now. They're starting to pop their heads up. You can see some tulips and daffodils. These are the daffodils that are poking up here. And the tulips, they're coming up. So pretty soon I should have some nice plants out on the front. I have the pot sitting on the front porch there, and they're really starting to come up. And the tops of the daffodils here. Now, this is one of my coleus plants that I had taken a little snippet out of my garden at the end of summer. and I put it in here. Now it's seen better days, and I kind of forgot about it. But look at that mountain of roots. So I'm gonna really take a good look at this, separate it, and see what I got. So this is what I've managed to separate from the container that I had. It looks like this one probably isn't gonna make it. These I might have to cut, and it looks like they can root in, but I'm gonna plant this and see what happens. So I'm gonna start with this big piece here. Now you can see where it has this huge root system here, and then if you follow it up the stem, it has little shoots coming out, quite a few nodes, and then this all the way at the tip. So I'm gonna cut it maybe around there, just below the node there, and see if we can put the long part back in water and see if it'll give me some more roots. So here we go. Okay, so I've cut this long piece off here. See, it even has a little baby forming along one of the nodes here. So I'm gonna plop it in water, maybe take off some of these leaves that are browning, so it doesn't have to waste any energy trying to feed these leaves. And over here, you'll see the other part. It looks pretty healthy with all these roots. And I'm gonna plant it in this little container here. Now this is an interesting piece because it has quite a few roots there. And then it has two shoots coming out from this end. This part here obviously seems dried up and dead, but this part is still going strong and still pushing out leaves along the stem. So I think I'll cut this part off and maybe plant this other piece and see how we do. And that leaves us with this. So there we have it. I have this half in water and these two stalks here planted. So I'll keep track of these and see how my coleus does and see if we can get these two to bush up a little bit. I had this tiny little piece of leaf break off my plant, and I've had it sitting in some water, and look, it's grown some roots. So I'm gonna pot them up in these cute little containers here and just pop them on my windowsill. See what happens. Aren't they cute? Look at that. Now just a quick update on my winter sowing. This is my first time winter sowing in my backyard. So these are the jugs. If you look closely, you can see little tiny seedlings popping up out of the jugs. Mostly cilantro and some bachelor buttons, but I'm so excited just to see my little seedlings. So that's it, guys. That's my update. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.